All right, we are back for day number 6 of the 7 days of 7 fragrances, 49 fragrances in total, and no repeats, as a matter of fact. So, this is all in an effort to get me across the line for subscriber count being over 3K before the end of the year. And I hope that I am over that hurdle. So, today we're going to talk about 7 fragrances that are insanely good, yet still under the radar somehow. Like they don't get like super hyped up for how good they actually are. And this is what I think anyway. So there's a few reasons for each one of these, and I'll go through those. Hopefully I've brought all of them with me. 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I not bring my last one? I gotta go get it. Hold on. Ooh, okay, we're back. All right, cool. So I've got them all now, and yeah, let's kick off right away. And the first one that I've got is Kiandra by Jean Couturier, and I know this came out in the 70s, and it certainly doesn't give me that vibe, because I mean this is a modern formulation of it, and I think it's a great fragrance. I think it's a great floral in the summertime for men to be able to wear in the high heat. And the fact that it's so cheap and so good, and that no one really talks about this. I think I've seen maybe one other fragrance reviewer talk about this other than me, and I've mentioned it a few times previously in previous videos. I think this is a really great scent. Coriandre by Jean Couturier. There is an eau de parfum version. This is the eau de toilette. I do prefer the eau de toilette actually over the eau de parfum, especially for if I'm going to wear this in the summertime. So yeah, there's that. Where do I put this? I'll put it here. Okay. The next one is another sort of semi-weird one. I've talked about this heavily in the past. This is Globe by Rochas, Jean-Claude Helena, 1990. Strange floral. That's the category that this is in. It's a strange floral, and it's a long-lasting fragrance as well. Very nuanced, very lovely, very well done, especially by Elena. Yeah, and I think that this probably didn't get the hype that it deserved. I think it came out around the same time as some other fragrances that also didn't get hyped, which I'll mention in probably the next video. But yeah, this is an insanely good scent that no one really talks about. So still available online, and you can find it for quite cheap. I'm just looking for a place to put this. This is getting a bit crowded here, and I'll show you what that looks like after I finish the last video in this series. The next one is one of the best sort of, I don't know, mild spicy fragrances that I've ever come across. This is Estee Lauder's Brazil Dream for him, and so smooth with like the spices and the leathers and everything that's in here. It's just delectable. Yeah, this is like a cool motherfucker right here, and insanely good. Used to be like stupid cheap, and now discontinued. Maybe it's a bit more expensive, but because it's been under the radar so much, you can probably pick this up pretty cheap. But yeah, I fully, wholeheartedly endorse this fragrance. If you can get a really good deal on it, it's a really good one. Insanely good. Another one that's insanely good, and probably not so cheap, is by Haute Parfumerie, Roger Dove, and it is from the Pier de Velay collection, and it is Pier de Velay 47, which is like a Cuir de Russie by Chanel, but smelled side by side, it puts that shit to shame. Like, you'd be like, don't get me wrong, that's a great scent, but this is in another level of its own. Forget about money. This was stupid. Like, I first smelled this. I have 10 of these from the collection. Like, so I've got, you get like the 5-pack of the Pier de Velay and some other ones. And so I've got 10 from the Pier de Velay collection. So I've sampled and I've sprayed them and I've tested them and I've worn them a few times. And 47 was the one that I hated the most, and I couldn't stand it. It was repulsive to that point until I wore it the third time and flipped. It flipped on its head. And the things that were repulsive about it, I think my nose just became accustomed to it. And I think my nose matured as a result of smelling this. And when I did, I was matured as well. 47 is insanely good. Like, it's expensive. It's very expensive. It's from the Pier DEET collection. It's going to be expensive. It's a tier above the regular roja parfums fragrances. It's from the haute perfumery side of things. It's still maybe cheaper than a semi-bespoke, but it's definitely up there in price. But 47 deserves it. It's a clean beast. That's what I like to call it. It's a well bathed beast, is what I'd like to call it. Yeah, yeah. I'm just not a fan of animalics, but this one won me over big time. Anyway, next one is one that I've talked about recently. This is Tobacco Maniac. It smells insanely good for what it is. Oh, lovely little indie house here by, it's called Theodorus Calotinus is the name of the perfumer. It's the name of the house. This is an extrait de parfum. This is from a different line of his. There's another line. I've got fragrance from his other line as well, main line. But this one, great. Very realistic sort of tobacco, very wet sort of tobacco, a little bit of patchouli in there as well. And yeah, just too good to not have any hype, as a matter of fact, because it's indie. It's not super expensive for what it is. This is strong stuff. Like, it performs really well. Smells insanely good. Lasts for a very long time. And it's still not getting hype. So, I think get it before he runs out of it. It's only an indie sort of job, so there could be a limited batch. The next one that how many have I done so far? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Okay, so the next one I bought sight unseen because it had my namesake on it. This is Raphael. And this is by Pantheon Roma Parfums. And this one, there's something about this. It's strange. It's a strange one. Like, it's insanely good. This is probably one of the strongest, most projecting, longest lasting fragrances that I own. But it's strange. You need to be in a certain mood to be able to want to wear this. But when you do, it's insanely good. It kind of gives me almost like a Soleil de Jeddah kind of vibe from Stefan Humbert Lucas. But it's got something else. It's almost got like a little bit of the top note from Myths Man by Amouage in there as well. Yeah. But yeah, together, I don't know. Like, I often wonder, maybe I should just sell this off, but I keep it because sometimes I want to be as strange as this is. But when I do, it's insanely good. And under the radar, actually. This house has other fragrances that get a lot of talk, but this one, Raphael, I haven't seen too much chit-chat about this one. Now we get to the last one. Pretty special, actually. Now we get to the last one, and this is by Botticelli Victorious. It's a blue bottle with a gold plaque, but it doesn't have the gem in the middle because it's not blue sapphire, actually. This one is called Vanquish. This is so insanely good and so under the radar that it's not even on Fragrantica. That's how under the radar this one is. Like, it's still not there. And it's available from the Botticelli Victorious website, but it's not on Fragrantica. It's got this deep sort of orange note at the top, and you can clearly smell saffron. And at the base of it, there's like amber and patchouli and oud, right? Very nice, just insane. There's a bit of rose in here too. but very rounded, very mature, very classy. I love it. Absolutely think it's amazing. No one's heard of it. No one's heard of it, except for you now and all the people that you're going to share this video with. They're going to hear about it. And after you subscribe, you're going to hear about more stuff. So go and do that. That was day number 6 of my 7 days of 7 fragrances. Stay tuned for the next one, the last one in this series. And hopefully I have crossed the barrier of 3K subs. Let's go.